Culture.
Culture Kings, baby.
You already know.
Man,
Another episode locked in with your boy Royalty
you already know who it is. King Adams.
King Adams.
Yes, sir.
Listen, bro. I got the back. I had to, really take a step back from social media, man,
Yeah.
because of all the Palestine and Israel and Hamas and Gaza and all that stuff that's going on, bro. It's too much, bro. Sometimes that stuff be overbearing emotionally, especially if you're like an empathetic person or an empath or a person who really cares about like society, social
Right.
justice and stuff like that, bro. Like that's it's a heavy burden.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and it's a lot to take on and take into, and I just gotta take a step back because it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like all over the news. Everybody's talking about it. It's all down your reels. It's all down your feeds. It's all down your stories. It's everywhere. So what I mean, it's kind of hard to get away from it. But in the same breath, I feel like people should really limit how much of that they actually taking in. Yes, it's good to be informed and know what's going on, but you also got to understand what's important for you to know. What's going on and what you should be informed about. I mean, so many people paying attention to what's going on with the Israel and the Palestine stuff that's going on. They're not even paying attention to what's going on with the U.S. and China right now.
Yeah, because U.S. China, now they trying to beef too because China, well, U.S. is trying to take up for the Philippines and basically saying like, hey, Philippines, if they trying to come after y'all, they gonna come after us too because we stepping up for y'all. Then guess what? Then the U.S. is stepping up for Israel, but the you know what I'm saying, the Palestinians is like the innocent women and children and men. They like, bruh, what do we do? We in the crossfires, and it is a lot because mentally, right? Like like you mentioned, it comes down your timeline and your feed. And I mean, when I'm on Instagram, like I'm scrolling past it because I follow Sean King, and Sean King is a big supporter of the Palestinian what's going on right now, and he shows a lot exactly what's um the unedited version of what's going on, and
Mhm.
stuff that I seen. I'm like, you will only see if you're really in it. Like stuff that you see off of movies, like we talking about blood and brains and freaking people being burnt up and stuff like that. You like, hold on, this not a movie. This is really happening right now. That's really somebody's, like, you think about that and you like these are innocent children, innocent people who are like who literally will go to a grocery store and boom, there's a big explosion.
Mhm.
Or they just trying to, they
Or just be
probably
at home.
just be at home and just chilling, watching, probably, let's say, playing 2K or something. And all of a sudden, boom, now they under some rubble. Or playing in the park, boom. And it's a lot. It's a lot mentally because especially like we're over here and we're trying to focus on how to pay our bills. We trying to live our life, trying to pay our bills, go to work, and make sure we ain't having no road rage or going to the accident or just dealing with our stuff, like our what's in our realm, what's in our reality, right? Because
Right.
this is our reality, but then the reality is somebody else. Because some of us are very empathetic, and we see those things. We like, dang, like what y'all going through ain't compared to what I'm going through. But then the reality of our scope, we're like, what we going through is still what we going through, and we still got to deal with it. So it's a lot.
Me personally, man, I'm just kind of choosing to just like be out of it, be away from it. I try to even refrain from talking about it. It's a very, very sensitive topic.
It
It's
definitely
very,
is.
I mean, and not necessarily like what's going on. Like yeah, you have those who are having the conversations regarding the video footage that's being released, all that different stuff. Showing the kidnapping, showing the beheading, showing the killing, showing the explosions, all that stuff. Like it's all over the news. Not only is it in your social media outlets, but it's all over the news. So not necessarily that stuff, but the political side of it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's like that's the part that gets very sensitive because there's a lack of understanding of what is really causing it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? On a lighter note, you know what I mean? It is lowering the gas prices, you know what I'm saying? But it's something so sensitive, you know what I mean, that's going on that we have very little and very, you know what I mean, lack of understanding to why. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have the broad understanding of what we think, you know what I mean, or what we may have been told, but in all reality, there's a lot of lines being crossed over there. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna lead to some very destructive situations. So
Well, I mean, especially when he, because the thing about it with this whole the Israel and the whole Palestine, it dates way back to like 1,000, 2,000 years and stuff. Like it dates way back of them having conflict. So like now moving forward, it's like what it's one of the things where it's like, yeah, you don't want to touch the topic because all of a sudden it's like you see, right? You
mhm.
see that if you support one group, then it's like, ah, you support another group. What? Like it's a lot of turmoil of you don't know, since you don't know the full history, or you don't know what's going on. It's like, hey, I need to step back because I don't know what's going on. I
Right.
don't know. Like I just like when I said, like, hey, at the end of the day, anybody who's innocent in this situation should not be in the crossfires, because at the end of
Those
the day,
are the targeted areas.
right? Like at the end of the day, I just hope they don't get in the crossfires. They need to figure, political governments and stuff like that need to figure this out, because at the end of the day, there's still women and children who are innocent in this situation, and men who are innocent in this situation that are getting caught in the crossfire.
Right. Sensitive.
Yep,
My
sensitive.
thought, well, my thoughts and prayers they'll go out over there.
Yep.
I'm not even, I'm not within the storylines, or I'm not within the guidelines of choosing sides or anything like that. I just, pray for peace. That's all I do. I pray for peace. You know what I'm saying? Because we got our own issues over here we're dealing with.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
just, killed 16 people in Maine and injured over 50. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that type of stuff is going on over here that I feel like we
Hmm.
should have, more attention directed to. That hits home.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not so far away. So I think that's very interesting, even though they're saying they captured the guy, self-inflicted wounds. I do believe, what I mean, that it's not self-inflicted, but
Yeah, got that. Didn't he
what's
die?
what needs no explanation, huh? Yeah.
Didn't he die? Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason behind it though, I know it was something going around like he was supposed to have been targeting his girlfriend or something behind a breakup or something like that. Mental health is important. People still don't believe that it's real, but mental health is important. You know what I'm saying? And people need to check up on people more often than they do. Friends and
And
family, you know what I mean? Like check your support system. Check the people around you because a lot of the times we don't have the right people around us. We have people around us that are more around us for convenience.
right.
I mean, more than support. You know what I mean? It's not we don't have the people around us that want to help us elevate. And I believe that's important. And that help that little things like that, you know what I mean? You have those people who are able to recognize like when you're not balanced, when something's not right with you, and they feel, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
they hold themselves accountable to ensure that they, you know what I mean, help you figure out what it is, or at least let you know that you have somebody. So how many people like are in your support circle alone that are really helping you,
Mm.
really supporting you? You know what I mean? Really checking in on you, making sure like you're okay.
Right.
Not only that, you have to also be comfortable with those people. A lot of the times we have people in our support circles and people within our groups that we're not even comfortable with. We still battling trust issues within them. We still have doubts. You know what I mean? They still not fulfilling the expectations and stuff that we're setting out. You know what I mean? Like not even in a
Mm.
disrespectful way, but in an understanding type of way. You know what I mean? There's just certain expectations that people in your life have to live up to. And if you don't have expectations on people who are in your life, then right there's a problem.
Yeah, you're supposed to have standards. You're supposed to have standards in all aspects of your life, right? That
Right.
comes with friends. That's what comes with families. That comes from the job. Like standards and what you allow is key. Like if you're gonna like when you look at the women who are in the abusive relationships, right? You be like, why you keep going back? Like that's your standards to me. Like your standards that you want to get beat the fuck up. Like that is
Mhm.
your standards. And because it would take common sense, like, hey, I'm just gonna leave. But sometimes those you want to I think what it is, we like to give people benefits of the doubt, right? We give people too many chances. Like we give one person like, okay, man, it's a mistake. Okay, let me just I'll let that slide. Then the second time, maybe they just didn't know. Okay, well, hey, you know what? I know I gave him a second chance, but you know what? Let me give him a third one. But then it comes a pattern now because they see it as a pattern. They see it as like, oh, this person ain't they ain't taking it serious, so I ain't gonna take it serious. That's why you have men that will use women or women that will use men. It's because they see what they can get away with because they know that person doesn't really have true standards. Like like when back in the day, like when we was growing up and we started like you probably got some game. I remember I got some game from my uncle. He was like, "Hey," he was like, "Shoot, talk to the talk to the female who ain't got no daddy in their life." He's like because they probably gonna have the standards of they want to look for something and they're gonna do everything they can to keep it.
It's it's like attachment issues. So they're gonna try to find any type of male figure to attach to.
Yep. So it's all about just having standards for yourself. Like when you have those standards that, hey, I'm not going to allow this, then when it happens, hey, I already told you I wasn't going to allow it.
But how can you actually say that if some unless you know somebody's history? Because sometimes a traumatic past cannot, you know what I mean, can hinder you from being able to just say, okay, I don't have attachment issues anymore. It still
Hmm.
comes down to finding the right person, having the right people around you. Because
Right.
you have to have who don't see you as vulnerable in those situations, but instead they want to be a supporter. And a
Hmm.
lot of the times that's where we're lacking at. You know what I mean? We're not even being aware of when we're being vulnerable and when we're being taken advantage of. We
And
confuse
that's true.
sometimes
That's
we
true.
confuse that sometimes with love, and we confuse that sometimes with care. But it's not. It's important that we actually,
Hmm.
understand when am I being taken advantage of? When am I being used for somebody else's convenience? And when is it actually genuine?
Right. And that's I think that's a great question, especially if the audience. I want that's a great segue where we can put on the Instagram. Hey, when do you know you're gonna being used? When do you know it's being genuine? And because at the end of the day, sometimes you just don't know.
And sometimes it is genuine. But then we forget we don't have the understanding and knowing that it is genuine, so we look at it as being
You
deceivable.
try, yeah, you trying to use me.
Hmm. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's
That's how we're programmed, though. A lot of it comes from how we're brought up. This is where a lot of people speak on breaking generational curses, but I always say, do you really even understand what generational curses are? Generational curses is not stuff where it's like all I did was see my mom work. She never got up and lived her life. I'm gonna live my life. I'm breaking that generational curse.
hmm
Like, how broad is that? That's not broad. What about the reasons to why your mom did not want to get out and go do stuff and all she chose to do was work? What happened? What is the root of the situation? That's the generational curse that needs to be broken.
basically
And
it got
that's
to start at the root.
right. And that's hard. That takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of consistency. It's like not seeing anybody from your family like graduate from college and then you go, no, I'm gonna stick this through and I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Regardless of if I got the support or anything. Sometimes you have to be able to you have to rise above the situations. You can't sit back and cry and complain about support all the time. Sometimes you just got to move forward without it and go find the support or let the support find you. But crying about it never gets nothing done.
Yeah, you can't, like, that's the thing, because I think what you do when you start crying about it and stuff like that, when it ends up happening, you start staying stagnant. It's like
Hmm.
you get complacent. So it's like you sit in one spot and you feel like you can't move. The world is coming in on you. Then all of a sudden, while the world is moving on, you in that is. I think that's where it started becoming more depressed. That's when that depression started kicking in, because now you feel like, oh, I can't do this. Now why I can't do this is because I feel like this. When I feel like this, do I really need to do this?
I don't necessarily feel like you become complacent. I believe you. It's more so fear.
Mm, you think it's fear?
Yes, you become afraid. You don't know what to expect. A lot of people are afraid of the unknown.
Mm,
So that's why a lot of people don't take risk. That's why a lot of people don't move forward. That's why a lot of people stay within their comfort zone because they don't know how to, they're afraid of what might happen. That's that trigger to anxiety, the future, not knowing what's going to happen in the future.
hmm
As human beings, we've been programmed to want to be in control of everything.
mm,
We can't be in control of everything, but we
right.
have to be okay with that. We have to be okay with knowing that I'm just going to do my best and I'm going to play my part and whatever happens, happens. We have to start being okay with that because we cannot be in control of everything.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, because the thing about that, right? I I think some people feel like they have to be in control of everything because they wasn't in control of anything. Like if you look at I was gonna give the perfect example.
What?
Like you you go to church, right? And you see the them PK kids, the PK daughter. She's strict, very strict. You can't do this, you can't do that. I'm gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that. I need you to be in this house. Then all of a sudden, guess what? All that restriction, they didn't get a chance to.
It leads to rebellion.
Then when as soon as they turn 18, or even at 16, 17, it's like, "Rah."
Oh, I can make decisions for myself.
Right, I can do
Oh,
this,
you
I can do
can't
that.
tell me. Yep, I
You
can do
can't tell
this.
me
Yep,
nothing.
now, yep, yep.
They just be they just wild. They just wild out.
I mean, I feel like it's the same way with people who like go to jail, or spend a lot of their like teenage years, incarcerated.
Mhm,
So they don't get to experience stuff like prom and homecoming and these teenage clubs. You remember the teenage clubs and stuff like that,
mhm,
like parties and the hangouts, the garage parties, basement parties,
right,
all that type
mhm,
of stuff. Getting all that out your system in your early years. You know what I'm saying? Like even now, sometimes we sit back and we look back like, damn, I wish I would have did my 20s different.
right,
You know what I mean? How many times have you told yourself, "Oh, if I could hit the rewind button and redo high school, I'd do it all over, but I'll do it differently this time." You know what I mean? Just because you didn't know what you know now.
right,
That's exactly what happens. You don't experience what you want to experience now when people get stuck there. Oh, because I was 16 years old and I spent a lot of my time in and out of jail and trying to live, the street life and not enjoy myself. Now I go to jail, and when I get out of jail, I want to figure out how to do it. But now I'm 24 years old and all my friends and stuff like they having kids and they trying to start, their little lives, or they getting started in their careers or whatever might be going on. But all I can think about is kicking it and partying because I missed all that fun time in my life. Doesn't happen to everybody, but there's a good percentage of people that it happens to. And you see it happen. They get stuck in a time era where, they should have been excelling. It's the
yeah,
same with like people who use like drugs that are like chemically imbalanced. Sometimes they get stuck in whatever that time area is where they started using drugs. They chasing not only that feeling, but that experience all over again.
right, right. And that's the thing. Like talking about stuff like prime example, R. Kelly. R. Kelly. He was stuck in the age of 16, 17. That's why he couldn't get away from them schools. Couldn't get away from them girls. And now what? He's stuck in jail.
because that was that time era where he was like, I was living life and having the most fun.
Like mentally, I know he had the trauma and everything like that
But
with
that all plays a part all the way up until he's 16 though. So you can't even like try to shun it off like it don't matter because that
the
plays a major
right.
part.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I understand like he had the trauma and everything like that. And then all of a sudden 16, 17, boom. It's like it's just stuck there. Like regardless of anything of if the parents were involved and anything like that, as a man mentally, you gotta be like, nah, this ain't this nah. I'm gonna get somebody grown.
But what is grown? What is
Yeah.
grown though?
Oh yeah,
Grown
that's what he
look
said.
different, right? Grown look different to everybody.
he and a real okay, grown to me. This is grown to me. If I am 24, the lowest I will go is 21 because at 18 you can't get to the club.
So do
You
you,
can't even drink.
so that means you feel that as you get older, you can space that out then?
As you get older, you can space it out. So let's say, for example, right? You're 28, you want to be with a 21-year-old. Okay, fine, that's on you. 7 year difference. I don't care. But if you like 63, why are you messing with this 21-year-old?
Because they make me feel alive.
How alive you want to feel?
I just
Cause
want
you're
to
almost at the door.
because you got to think 61 look different for everybody. Listen, man, I be in the gym, bro. I'm trying to tell you, it'd be some
I know
old
they. I
in the gym,
know.
still moving, they still kicking,
I
they lifting and all that type of stuff. They just want to feel alive. I still want to go out. I still want to have dinner and everything. Man, we
but
sit there, bro. We be drinking that beer and drinking that alcohol and eating all nasty and dirty, and then we choosing not to take care of ourselves. Like as you get older, bro, value and stuff start to change as well. And it also
so you
goes
want to
along
be
with
with. So that's
appreciation.
the thing. So 21 and the 63, or let's say even 70-year-old. 21 and 70. Now, mind you, too. Let's paint a scenario. You 70. Let's say you 63 years old. You are your son is 40. Your son is 40. You 63.
Mhm.
You bring home a 21-year-old. As a famous stepbrother said, when she gets there, she can say, "Oh, I, I can have the old bull, or I can have the young calf at the same time. Which one you picking?" Her young ass is probably gonna go ahead and stay with the old bull up into the old bull pass. Then the young calf is gonna come in and swoop her over. So, so at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you messing with these. If you in it for fun, I get it. Have your fun. But if you in it,
But that's what it is 9 times out of 10. It's all about the fun. Like, I'm at an age,
oh,
I done did the whole marriage. I had a husband. You know what I'm saying? My husband and I, you know what I mean, he has crossed over to the other side more than likely for a health condition. Why? Because he wasn't taking care of himself. Because we want to have be Mr. Macho, this, and that, and we're not paying attention to our self care and how important it is to really take care of ourselves. So now you done crossed over to the other side, and now you got NBA young boy.
hold on. The reason why I bring that particular scenario up is because I was I was on the Instagram over the weekend, actually a few days ago, and it was a story about. I guess I don't know if they not loving hip hop. I think it's not. I think it's Married with Medicine or some reality show. Housewife or something, some reality show. And the dude, the older dude, he had a younger wife, was like, "Hey, since I can't do the things that I do, go ahead and go out there and have fun. Just don't come back with no babies, right?" He said, "Because I can't do the things that I need to do because I'm old now." So she goes out and do what she does, winds up finding a winds up finding her soulmate in the process. So she comes back and tells her husband, "Hey, you told me to come out here. I'm out here. I found somebody who can do everything for me. You know what? Hey, I'm gonna get a divorce now." He like, you gonna get a divorce? Oh nah. Now he like, you a gold digger. You ain't really love me. You ain't wanna be with me. But guess what? Up until a certain point, it was fun. Up until a certain point, it was fun. And now, since the fun has been done,
Listen, the my whole key thing at the end of the day is take care of yourself. That's the reason why your reason why you know you eat right. You know what I mean? It's the reason why you go to the gym or you work out and you supposed to spend 30 minutes or an hour a day taking care of yourself. It's a reason why. You know what
mhm,
I'm saying? Stop, you can't just pray for longevity, you know what I'm saying, but not put no action behind it. And
gotta get
fellas,
that
don't be putting no
longevity so
action
your
behind
thing can
you
stay
know,
long.
no. I wasn't, wasn't even, I wasn't even going there. But you know, in order to put the long and longevity, you're right. You gotta take care of yourself.
You gotta take care of yourself.
Take
Don't be
care
like
of
don't be like a whole boy out here talking so. Yeah, I guess I can't satisfy you, so we still gonna be married, but you gonna have to get that from somebody else. And she like,
them the days I don't even want to think about, man.
bro,
I can't think about that day when it's like, bro, for real, you just not gonna stand up at all.
like at all. You you popping them V's like it's Tic Tacs.
Your war days is done. You like,
Done.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Shoot, hey, I don't care. No, hey, I go to Colombia real quick.
fellas, take
Uh,
care of yourself. I go
I'll
to
go to
Colombia
Brazil.
for
Go
real.
to go to Brazil. Hold on. I know what y'all can do to them women out there. I need you.
Mm-mm.
I need your help.
I need you to go on and run this stint.
Come on, man. Just go ahead. Like, hold on, baby. Hold on. There we
That's
go. We good. We good. We good now.
I can't. Mm-mm.
That's
That's
what I'm
the same
saying.
thing I look at though. Like right now in the NFL,
Hmm.
I was talking to a homie I know. You know what I'm saying, who previously played in the NFL or whatever, and he was saying one time like he got introduced to, I mean, somebody tried to introduce to him, like, go down to Miami, you know what I'm saying? Like, spend this 10 G's, you know what I mean? Get your blood drawn. They're gonna test your blood, they're gonna tell you everything about yourself, like what you should and
Mm.
shouldn't be eating, things that your body, you know what I'm saying, like counter against, like maybe you should be eating with peanut oil, you know what I mean, versus vegetable oil, like all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it. Yeah. Well bad.
No, you good.
Releasing that energy, that's all. But yeah, you can always go back to like that beginning of time theory where it's like, you know what I mean, we didn't have how the scientific stuff that we have now then, and people were still able to survive and live and yada yada yada. Right, we get that. But also with having that technology and stuff now, you know what I mean? If you're really interested in like longevity and really, you know, staying as healthy as you possibly can be, like the Tom
Hmm.
Brady, the LeBron James, like they do this type of stuff. They invest so much into their health yearly
Million
to
dollars.
yep, to assure that they can continue moving forward,
Right.
with the minimal amount of injuries as possible. You know what I mean? Recovery process being faster, all that type of stuff. And it's important in what you eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just as well as how what you exercise and how you exercise. You know what I mean? Putting all that muscle on your body structure is not healthy. or sometimes the tension and all that over time that you put on your muscles is not healthy. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm
Mhm.
at in life now as well. Like I be, seeing people, doing different stuff on the internet with working out and health and fitness and all that. And don't get me wrong, it's fun. You know what I mean? I have my fun with it as well when it comes down to, like doing deadlifts and bench press and all that type of stuff. But I also have that mindset of belief where I'm like, okay, in my everyday life, what I mean, how am I gonna push 300? When am I gonna be pushing 300 pounds off my chest consistently? You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Or in my life, when am I gonna be picking up 600 plus pounds consistently that I need to go to the gym and do this every single day and all this? You know what I mean? Am I getting any
right.
type of profit for this? You know what I mean? No, you got to think about your family, you got to think about your friends, you got to think about all that because at the end of the day, it's still a sport and you can get hurt.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can get hurt to where it's life changing. You deadlifting this heavy weight, you slip one good time, then what happens? Boom! Now you're not able to walk down the street with your baby girl or dance with her at the first Father's dance because you like done really tore something up. Like so, that's where my mind is.
Mm,
At now, just being older, being an adult. Like yes, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. You get locked into like these animes. We get locked into what I mean these people that we look at and we idolize. They get paid for this. Yeah, they have their dreams, their goals of winning, being Mr. Olympia and all that type of stuff as well. But even when you look at some of the most ripped and biggest like dudes out here, like they don't do all that heavy lifting. You know what I mean? So as much as I love like strength training and powerlifting and things like that, bro, like it's more of a mental thing for me. You know
mhm.
what I mean? Versus physical because I mean, I just care about, my overall performance in life. And I, I mean, have things I want to do. And like I said, one wrong move or one wrong lift and it's over with.
Right. This
And
it's done.
this right. And this is not the ending for me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my goal and my destination in life is not like to be this brute force, extremely strong guy who's like winning these championships and prize. Like that's not my goal. Like if things like that just start happening from discipline and yada yada. But yeah, cool. But that's just not, what I mean. No. Understand
Mhm.
what you want to do in life and where you plan to go and think about that in everything that you do because like I said, one wrong move can change your life. And that's the type of stuff that I learned from health and fitness. Like literally, that's the mental aspect because you can also apply that same theory to just life alone. One wrong move in life can alter everything. Go ahead and swing on that one person and have that fight. You don't know what it leads to. Go ahead and pull that gun out and pull that trigger. You don't know what you can change your life with one wrong move. So you should always make sure you're setting yourself up for your version of success.
Right. Go ahead and try to be like the White Howard and text that nigga and come
What the
wind
fuck?
up come wind up you have sexual allegations. Two You a big ass nigga having sexual allegations against you.
You're too big for that.
Then you go talk about some whatever happens in my bedroom is my business. Hold on, big nigga. We get it, right? Whatever you do in your bedroom, whatever you do in your
This is
bedroom.
wrong though.
No, whatever you do in your bedroom is that's fine. But you shouldn't have no sexual allegations. You too big for that. You too big. You too big to have a sexual allegation talking about something you trying to take it. You trying to take it for somebody else. Like, come on, bro. Like, like
Listen, bro.
you
At the
better.
end of the day,
I hope it's. I
at the
hope.
end of the day, if it wasn't for social media and all this stuff that we got nowadays, would he have sexual allegations?
I'm talking about if it was just on the newspaper.
If it even had got there. The guy didn't go report that to like the police and all that kind of stuff. But no, that stuff went right to the internet first.
Cause that's what
Clout
that person
chasing,
did. That's
clout
exactly what the person.
chasing.
And that's exactly what that person did. And
Now,
that's
I'm
why.
not saying in this situation that, I mean, Dwight Howard is in the right or in the wrong or anything like that, but I'm talking about the overall outlook of the whole situation, bro.
Yeah, old
There
boy.
would be no sexual allegations if
If
this is
old
not a
boy.
person using the internet to clout chase off somebody famous name. That's why you come forward like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I did invite you into woo woo woo. That's my personal business. But you wanting to put it out there that I invited you to this and this happened and that's happening. Like, come on now, that's just clout chasing. Because you would have
Now
been
you
on
add more to the story now. Like that same day you would have. That same day you would have reported me to
and
the
what it goes,
authorities.
it's not about what you know, it's about what you can prove. So just from the messages being sent back and forth and you arriving or whatever the case may be, it's easy.
Hmm.
Nobody knows, but them four walls what really happened.
And that's what I'm saying. So this is my thing, right? At the end of the day, Dwight Howard, you do whatever you want to do. I don't give a damn. That's Dwight Howard's business, right?
We been knew what he was doing.
But we've been through that. I seen the Houston Rockets get footage when he
We
just
been
sat, he
knew,
plopped down and
we
just
been
said,
knew we
"Wow."
people been knew what he was doing.
So it
He's
is
not
what it
one of
is.
those people who pay a lot of money to keep secrets.
Absolutely. So it is what it is, and you, like I said, you do your thing in your own private time. The issue is the fact that when it came out, right, and we know, it's like, dude, just say it, just say it. I think that's what it. I think that's what people are saying. Is like he's trying he's trying to beat around the bush and be like that dude. They said like he trying to be like that dude off of Law and Order when Ice Cube, not Ice Cube, Ice T approached the dude and said, "So you did, so you gay?" He like, "No, I ain't gay." He like, "Yeah, I just like to sleep with men." Then he like, "So you are gay?" Just just say it, bro. Say, "Hey,
Why?
mom, hey y'all,
Why?
I'm gay."
Why?
You know why? It because it'd be a liberation for everybody to shut the fuck up.
But why?
Cause you know everybody in people business.
See, but you see how you responded? Because you know
Yeah,
everybody
you already know
exactly.
everybody in people business. So
But that don't necessarily mean I got to put my business out there.
your business.
Then you put the pieces of the puzzle together yourself and figure it out. See, that's why I don't. That's why I would not want to be a A-list celebrity. You know what I mean?
Because guess what? You have
You
to.
got people
You
like
feel like you gotta address it.
exactly, and you got people like Lil Uzi Vert right now who just came forward saying the same exact thing. Like
Mm,
I would trade his quote. I would give up all the money and the perks that comes with it just to live a normal life. Why I can't just be me without making the headlines and got to get slandered all over the internet? Because then the people just start to go with the mass. If the mass people
right.
say cancel this person, then they cancel this person.
Yep. You see what they did with Jonathan Majors, and look now, right? Because regardless of what Jonathan Majors said, he said, "Hey, I'm innocent. I'm going to show up in court. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I'm innocent." Then guess what ends up happening? The girl got picked up. Supposedly she was getting charged or got arrested, and but guess what? The court said, "Oh, we still going to go ahead and move forward with the case, though, regardless of the woman being charged for battery because she assaulted Jonathan Majors." No blog, no one said, "You know what? Hey, my bad. I apologize for running this story." All because they knew, oh, this is a famous celebrity. He did something, allegedly did something wrong, and we're gonna run this to the ground now. And now everybody's gonna tear him down. He's gonna lose endorsement deals. He's gonna lose all this, all because of an allegation, and we don't know the full story yet. Now one of his movies are gone. His deal with the army commercial, that's gone. Now he's trying to be in the back with Megan Good, not really trying to be in the limelight, but now he's like, "Hey, I told y'all this. I told y'all I was innocent." But no one wanted to believe me. Everybody still, even when she still got charged or picked up, still no one believed Jonathan.
Let me say something, and you could choose to, elaborate on this, or we can just move past it. Me
Oh,
personally,
elaborate.
I feel that Jonathan Majors is being punished by a specific group of people
Mm.
because he refused to like take some type of oath. Me personally,
So we can, yeah, let's talk
you
about it.
need to play a man that is in love with the same identity as himself, or you need to dress up as the opposite gender of what you are for your next big movie role. because we
and
have a
he
certain
refused.
agenda that we're pushing right now. And you are one of the big black actors that's coming up. So we need you to help us out. No. Okay. He was just on the roll, man. Back to back movies. I'm talking about big movies, top movies, good movies.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, it all now you just headline, abusive black man, all this good stuff.
Then so-called his so-called his I guess his colleagues that was at the art school with them was
Mhm.
trying to confirm that, oh, he is
He
like
was the
that.
same way back then. Mhm.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
but
saying?
like, hold on. If he was like that, that would have been brought up way before we seen Creed 3, way before we seen doggone what you call it, Loki, or in not in game, Ant Man,
Quantum, yeah.
and yeah, Quantum and Ant Man. All like it would have been out. It would have been somebody would have been said like Jonathan Majors,
Lovecraft, you know what I'm
Lovecraft.
saying?
Soon as
Heard
Lovecraft would came out,
like, come on
oh
now, he was on the roll.
right. Then now all of a sudden
I don't wanna
these
push your
allegations.
I don't wanna push your agenda.
Mm.
Okay, as fast as we give it, we'll take it away. Yeah, because the imitation of yeah, don't get me started.
And then the crazy part about it, none of the celebrities, it's like, hey, is none of the celebrities that work close with him, to me personally, is not saying anything.
What?
That's
I got
like,
a career to uphold. If I say something, I'm going down with you.
so that's like when like we working together and I'm seeing like, hey, whoa. Hold on. Like I'm gonna intervene, like, nah, that ain't right. Like, nah, like I work with him every single day. We hung out every single day. Ain't none of that. He was an upstanding person, very professional. Woo. Especially if my name got pulls weight. If my name pulls weight, I'm saying something. And even if my name wasn't pulling weight, if I still was around you, I'm still gonna say something. Because at the end of the day, what's right is right, what's wrong was wrong. Right? Like that's the bottom line. Is when we talked about last week, just the moral standpoint. Like if you see somebody going through it and you supposedly work close and they're getting badgered on social media, that's like my sister getting badgered on social media. Oh hell no! I'm saying something. Y'all ain't about to get on her. But hey, when you got agreements, when you got agreements, that's all I gotta say. When you got
So
agreements,
exactly. But as a people, we just got to be safe and careful in everything that we do because there's a major shift going on in the universe right now, and it's very violent,
mm,
very violent. You know what I
you
mean? And holidays coming around, and it's supposed to be a loving time, and violence is on the rise, evil is on the rise. So
sure don't feel like it.
we need to be careful. It feel like it.
Talking about it, don't sure don't feel like the fact that it's supposed to be that peaceful time of the year. Like
Oh,
like when
right,
you,
right.
yeah, like when you like Thanksgiving's coming up, you like, okay, ooh, I can't wait till I cook this, or eat this. Like nobody really thinking about that. Nobody thinking about like that. Thinking about the
Are you
good times
seeing
they're about to have.
did you see over the weekend how many shootings? Mad like big shootings going on at these like Halloween parties and clubs and bars and all that. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
so I don't get involved, man. It's the like as much as you know what I mean. We need social interaction and we need each other, man. Like it's almost important to just kind of make sure you set boundaries for yourself as well of what you are okay with and what you are not okay with.
Hmm.
Because I think I've set a big boundary enough to where people know like I'll make my own decision on if I'm going to attend something, but I don't really do a lot of that partying and that clubbing and stuff like that, man. People don't know how to act.
I
Folks
don't
is
know everybody,
crazy.
bro. I was Man. Listen, last week we went to It was it was basically my friend too, but Michaela's my wife's her friend. We went out and we went to the club. And mind you, I'm not like a big club person either. I'm like people being surrounded by people, too many people. Like I get too anxious because I know like if niggas start bumping me too much without saying excuse me, now I'm gonna start getting upset. So while people were there, there was everybody else having a good old time, and I'm just looking around the club. I'm like, damn. I'm like, everybody just having a good old time, doing the same thing. And while I'm here, I'm thinking about like, man, I got this going on in life. I got this going on. But in the meantime, getting bumped, right? Just getting
Mhm.
bumped. And I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to go. Because I'm getting bumped and them niggas ain't want to say excuse me or nothing like that. Oh, my bad, my fault. Like it's just too much. It's just too much and it gets too crowded. Everybody doing the same thing. And it's not to me, it wasn't productive, right? But my wife and them, they're having a good time. So I eliminate myself. I go outside just so I can smoke and just chill. Cause that's where I'm at in life. I just want to chill. I got so much going on where I'm so busy, busy, busy that I just don't have enough time just to like, all right, let me decompress. Let me just chill. And when I do have that, that's like only for 30 minutes to an hour because I'm a nigga gonna fall asleep. So the club it's it's just overrated to me. I don't know. I'm just not into it no more. Like if it's a cigar bar, oh yeah, a bar or something like that, and like me and you chilling, we just talking. Yeah, I'll do that.
But that's what I want to find, bro. I gotta find like that spot for me. I'm at that point in my life where you just go to that one spot that you always go to. You know all the staff. You know everybody what's going
Yep.
on. You know when new faces coming in the door because usually it's the same people who they're like. That's where I'm at. Like I need to find one of those spots to just kind of go to. Every now
Hmm.
and then to escape.
Yeah. You
Sometimes
definitely need
you
definitely need to
escape
do
your
that.
own work, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been putting in a lot. I've been putting in some work, lately. You know what I'm saying? We're doing both of the podcasts, you know what I mean? And been working
Hmm.
these 10-hour shifts at, doing, extra group therapy sessions with the patients and stuff like that. I've been picked up a couple of other hobbies, I've been logging my meals and stuff every day, trying to get my nutrition and stuff together, then hitting the gym and just life stuff like, bro, it's just a lot. So sometimes you got to escape your own routine, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what
Facts.
this weekend kind of been for me, bro. Just escaping my own like routine and doing some things differently just to kind of, get reground myself again. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I believe sometimes you can be too grounded. You know what I'm saying? Like, unground yourself a little bit.
It's unground yourself a little bit.
Some people be
No,
just too grounded. Like, no, fam, like live a little too. You gotta remember to
yeah.
live.
Like oh, I gotta work every day. I gotta do this. I can't do this. I gotta do that. Like, bro, you need to just take a break, nigga. Damn. Like that's how it feels when you too damn grounded. Like everything is about your job or just one sided. Like, all right, come on, man. Have fun. Crack a
Live.
smile. Crack a
Mhm.
smile. Like you just got your head in the sand. You ain't focused on nothing else.
Don't even know what's going on right in front of you.
Right.
Too grounded.
Man.
Go on and get that, I'm talking about to them, I'm talking about,
Oh,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
already know. You already know. So y'all can go ahead and email us at culturekingspod@gmail.com. Also, IG, Culture Kings Pod. Go and follow us and as well on Facebook at Culture Kings Podcast.
And as always, we thank you for sitting in, locking in, tuning in with the Culture Kings podcast. You've been locked in with your boy, Royal T.
And King Adams, you already know what it is.
It's peace. That's positive energy, always creates elevation.
Yeah. Hair grease.
What the
Because I thought you were going to say peace, love.